play to him.
Tyson, I do want to ask you about this kind of situation regarding Dillian Whyte, WBC, and this diamond belt.
I'm just going to stop you there.
Go on.
Dillian Whyte is a gym sweeper. So we're not even going to mention his name with mine anymore. In any more interviews, any more anything. Not interested. So that's him cut straight out the equation, isn't it?
All right.
Because that's him. Not worth talking about.
Can you just tell me about the video you posted?
I'm not really interested. Not at all. I'll fight no eliminators. I'll fight no warm-up fights. I'll fight nothing. I fight who I want to fight. That's it. I'm the lineal heavyweight champion. I've earned the right to fight anybody. Ring Magazine #1 again. All of a sudden now, they're going to say, Ring Magazine don't mean anything anymore because I'm back at #1. Maybe you should look up Oxrec because they get it right, don't they? Not.
Is there a reason you posted that video? Just the last one on that. Was there a reason why you posted
Yeah, because I wanted to make Eddie Hearn do a bit of running around. Run around Sue. You know, he likes to make himself busy, so I'll give him a bit of running around Sue work to do. And that's it. And he did it like I thought he would. But that's that. I wish them luck in their careers. But to be honest with you, what is their career? Bit of a man who chuck him in with anybody, he'll be all right for a giggle. That's it.
Tyson, Bob Arum put out the other day that...
Wow. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I was letting you guys listen to a segment of Tyson Fury in regards to Dillian Whyte. As you guys can see, he dismissed anything concerning fighting Dillian Whyte. He said that Dillian Whyte is a gym sweeper. Wow. Meaning he doesn't even belong in the ring, people. And he said he'll fight no eliminators. He said he's not going to do any tune-ups. He said he'll fight whoever he wants to fight. As long as it's not Dillian Whyte. You know, because it's like you listen to Tyson, and I like Tyson. I like to hear him talk because I think what he says, he 100% believes when he's saying it. Right? And if he says, okay, don't put me and Dillian Whyte in the same bracket, but then yet you won't fight Dillian Whyte, me counterpunching, mind you, but you'll fight Tom Schwartz. Sure, Tom Schwartz is an undefeated German fighter, unknown in the States, but you handpick this guy to fight for what? You know, like, how are we convinced that you picked this guy at all? Really, if we're going to talk about picking or choosing, you know, and the same breath, this guy, or this is the same guy that says Dillian Whyte, Luis Ortiz, and many others are like a pack of ravaging dogs chasing the big three, right? The big three doesn't exist anymore. It's just Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Now it's Ruiz, okay? But it's funny, they're not, or he's not, now talking about fighting the guys that are right up under them. You know, it seems to me like he doesn't want any dealing with Dillian Whyte because he thinks he's better than that fighter or better statue than that fighter. But then you fight Tom Schwartz, and then you're going to fight again in September. So he's going to fight twice, 2 more times this year, and Dillian Whyte's not even in the picture. He said he just did that, the post, to make Eddie Hearn run around and do work he didn't have to do, right? So he gave him a false bait, right? He baited him to do some work to make him think that they wanted to fight, and they don't, and they didn't. You know, with the diamond belt, and he accepted the terms, and he turns around and didn't accept the terms. But then you got to ask yourself what type of mentality a fighter really has. You know, in this same interview, he said, well, if Joshua gets beat by Andy Ruiz, he's finished. Or Joshua could never beat me or Deontay Wilder, right? And that is a good selling point because I know how he threw him and Deontay in there because they're setting up their rematch and possibly a trilogy after that. So I get that. Clever that Gypsy King. But here's the problem with that. Dillian Whyte wanted to fight you for an eliminator, which, that's what the WBC, because that's their chicken shit organization. Let's just be real. WBC's crooked and chicken shit. They won't enforce their own laws or whatever. They ordered Tyson Fury to fight Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury told him to go take a flying fuck, right? And signed a deal with ESPN. Then counter-offered Deontay Wilder to fight on ESPN, and he declined. What did the WBC do when Tyson Fury told him to go take a flying you-know-what? Nothing. What they did was, okay, whatever. And then they they went to the next guy, and with Dominic Brazil, and asked Dominic Brazil, hey, all right, we're going to order you to fight Deontay Wilder because you were mandatory anyway. But before you was Tyson Fury, a guy that wasn't even ranked. That makes no sense at all to me, guys. But anyway, let's move on. Okay, then he fights on ESPN. He has 2 dates this year. Now the WBC, knowing they have to do something because they got really punked out by Tyson Fury, right? So they tried to conduct a fight or eliminator fight with him and Dillian Whyte. He didn't want to fight Dillian Whyte, but he's fighting Tom Schwartz. He doesn't fight tune-ups, but who the fuck is Tom Schwartz? A tune-up. So stop, right? Let's stop this shit. He's a tune-up fighter. He's an unknown fighter, not saying that he couldn't crack or, I never seen the dude. I never heard of Tom Schwartz until Tyson Fury picked him or Tyson Fury's handlers picked him to fight, okay? So what's the deal with fighting Dillian Whyte if you admit Dillian Whyte is that 4th or 5th guy, right? Why can't you fight him? Deontay's fighting Luis Ortiz, which he's argued, the 4th or 5th guy. So why can't you fight the 4th or 5th guy? You guys get the 4th and 5th guys out of it to prove that you're the top 1, 2 best fighters in the world, and then have at it next year. You get rid of Dillian Whyte. You call the gym sweeper. He gets rid of Luis Ortiz, is the supposedly the boogeyman. So then you guys fight after that. What's wrong with that? I tell you what's wrong with that. Because one of them motherfuckers could, because matter of fact, Tyson Fury could lose. That's plain and simple. And he knows that. And he knows with the contract that he has, there's no way he wants to fuck up the money of fighting with that upcoming fight with the rematch with Deontay Wilder, because it's going to be on pay-per-view and it's going to be a big deal. With all the things that happen now with Joshua, that's the next best thing. That is the best thing, right? So he doesn't want to risk it fighting Dillian Whyte because Dillian Whyte might get in his ass. Who knows? Yeah, he has the speed, the elusiveness, the ring IQ, but Dillian Whyte is also getting better. Dillian Whyte is one of the top fighters, right? So so what happens? People now all of a sudden start believing in triangle theories. He says, Joshua we surely know that Joshua couldn't beat me or Deontay Wilder if he can't be a short, pudgy guy. Didn't say, the short pudginess, the size don't matter, it's the styles. Okay, that's an oxymoron. You know what I mean? You're totally contradicting yourself. But of course, right? Now, see, you want to believe in triangle theories because, of course, Joshua surely can't beat you or Deontay, right? Because they're going to fight later on, early next year. And you won't fight Dillian Whyte because he was beat by the guy that was beat by Andy Ruiz, because Anthony Joshua beat Dillian Whyte, right? So I guess what does that mean about Brazil? So since Brazil got knocked out by Joshua, then got knocked out by Dillian, that's like Deontay saying, no, I'm not going to fight Dominic Brazil because Anthony Joshua knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense, right? Styles makes fights. That's plain and simple. And in this situation, Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight a guy like Dillian Whyte because he just doesn't want to fuck the money up. Plain and simple. He doesn't want to put that fight at risk of fighting someone like Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte might be the night that he will never, ever forget. And Dillian Whyte is not Deontay Wilder, because styles make fights, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys tell me what you think about this video, about Tyson Fury's interview. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.